The fourth mistake is not checking out your potential client that you're about to extend credit to. Let me ask you a question. Would you loan a total stranger $10,000? You say no, but your actions say something else. Every time a new client calls and asks for staffing, you're about to loan them money in the form of payroll. I have discussed this matter at length with more than one client, and I always recommend that you get a credit application filled out for the reasons that we just mentioned in the last segment, but also this will give you trade references so you can see who other companies that they've done business with. You can also see what the average balances are in their checking account. A lot of banks will not give out this information, but most banks do have a merchant check line that you can call and enter in their account number and see if a $10,000 check will clear. And if it won't clear, see if a $5,000 check will clear, and so on. This information is incredibly important because if they're coming to you for $20,000 in credit for staffing and they only have $10,000 in the bank, where are they going to get the money to pay you? Now, the main limitation on a credit application is they will always give you 3 companies that they always pay, but they will fail to tell you all about the second and third tier debt that they don't pay as well. So I recommend that you go one step further. You want to be able to see if a company has been sued or if they've been placed for collections. Now, there are several companies that offer this service, and the most expensive reports are about $90 and the cheapest are about $10. Well, the fact is we have a product that we call Credit Screen, and it costs about $12 per search. What all of these reports will offer you is something that your credit application will not. There's a public records section, and this search will tell you if this company has been sued for failing to pay other creditors. These reports should also let you know, in most cases, if a company has had any collection activity. But regardless what report you use, you do need to use someone's, because without this information you cannot set up a proper credit line, and that's a subject that we'll talk in detail in an upcoming segment. And a few other suggestions on this subject. You can go online and get a lot of this information yourself. Most states do have a Secretary of State's office, and you can, free of charge, go out and see who the owners are and see how long that they've been in business. Sometimes what your new potential client will tell you is always not based in fact. If they say they've been in business for more than 10 years, but you can only track them for 2 years, then you may want to look a little deeper. What you could find is about every 3 years, the owners change the company name just a little bit, and they refuse to pay other creditors, and they move down the road to do the same thing to another group of unsuspecting creditors. If someone should get offended because you require a credit application, you want to be careful. A lot of times we refer to this as debt or arrogance, and they will try to bully you into offering them credit, and then they will not pay any of the invoices. In a nutshell, you really need to know who you're dealing with. Now, a word of caution about the credit investigation. I would not extend large amounts of credit based on only one source. Look at our report or any of the larger, more expensive reports as just another piece of that credit puzzle. This is why I want you to have a credit application along with one of these reports. The two items together should give you a better picture of the company, therefore you can make a more intelligent and informed decision. Now let's take just a moment and let's review once more what we just discussed in this section. Remember, always get a credit application filled out and signed, and check the trade references and the bank. Use some type of public record search. Doesn't matter which company you use, just make sure you find out if they've been sued. And never extend credit based on what you find on the credit application or on the credit report, because you really need to take both of these to give you a full understanding of who and what it is that you're dealing with.